Hi student, this is Sivakumar. 11th standard mathematics, chapter number 5, exercise 5.1 continuation. Now problem number 14. If the binomial coefficients of three consecutive terms in the expansion of a plus x whole power n or in the ratio 1 is to 7 is to 42, then find the value of n. Here question number 14. I consider the three consecutive terms. Let the three consecutive terms be orth term, or plus 1th term, and or plus 2th term. We can find one by one. First, this is of the form a plus b whole power n. What form it is? A plus b whole power n. N that is n only, a that is a only, but b that is equal to x. Now write the general term. General term t r plus 1 that is equal to NCR into a power n minus r into b power r. First we can find rth term. This r has to be written in this form. At the end plus 1 must be there, so that r can be written as r minus 1 plus 1. R minus 1 plus 1 that is equal to r. Then only can compare these two. R can be replaced by r minus 1. Here r can be replaced by r minus 1. Okay. Now n that is n only. See, r that is equal to r minus 1. A that is equal to a only. N minus r that is equal to r minus 1 into b power r. B that is x power r that is equal to r minus 1. Anyway, we are going to consider the coefficient only. What's the coefficient here? NC r minus 1. Okay. Next you have to find out r plus 1th term. R plus 1th term. R plus 1th term. Even in general term tr plus 1. Here also tr plus 1. Therefore r equals r only. No change at all. So formula NCR r that is r only, then a that is a only power n minus r that is r only into b that is x power r that is r only. This is a coefficient. What is the coefficient? NCR. Now the last one is a tr plus 2. Tr plus 2 can be rearranged as r plus 1 plus 1. So at the end we have 1. So instead of r we have r plus 1. Here we have to replace r by r plus 1. That is equal to NCR in the formula. R has to be replaced by r plus 1. A that is a only power n minus r can be replaced by r plus 1. B that is x power r can be replaced by r plus 1. You have to consider the coefficient NC r plus 1. Now, therefore by data, the three coefficients are in the ratio 1 is to 7 is to 42 that is given. So, you have to consider the coefficient only. Here the first term, rth term coefficient, here it is NC r minus 1. NC r minus 1 is 2. Next one coefficient r plus 1, the term coefficient is NCR. Next term coefficient is NCR plus 1. Okay. These are the coefficients whose ratio 1 is to 7 is to 42. From this you have to find out the value of n. How to find? Listen carefully. Now you can compare these two with these two. First, second, that is NCR minus 1 divided by NCR. I consider these two only. That is equal to 1 is to 7 can be written as 1 by 7. Now we can cross multiply, which implies 7 into you are not supposed to write 7n. 7 into nc or minus 1. Again I tell you, 7 into nc or minus 1, that is equal to 1 into ncr is ncr, which implies 7 write as it is. NCR formula I write here, NCR, that is equal to factorial n divided by factorial r into factorial n minus r. For your understanding, let it be prefix, let it be suffix. Prefix factorial divided by suffix factorial into prefix minus suffix. Okay, so this can be written as factorial n prefix divided by, this is a suffix one, suffix factorial into prefix minus suffix, that is n minus of or minus 1 factorial, that is equal to NCR formula. Here it is. This can be replaced by n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. Okay, which implies particularly this n factorial both get cancelled, here 1, here also 1. Now again cross multiply 7 into r factorial. Factorial can be written even in this format. This is also factorial or these two are same only, into factorial n minus r, that is equal to cross multiply. If you multiply, you will be getting r minus 1 factorial into n minus r plus 1, minus into r minus r, minus into minus plus 1. You just note down this one. Particularly n factorial can be written as n into n minus 1 factorial. So it is inside the factorial n, right, first, then inside the factorial 1 has to be reduced, n becomes n minus 1. For example, 5 factorial can be written as, what is here, right, 5 factorial 5 minus 1. These two are same because 5 factorial, that is equal to 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Here you are getting 5 into 4 factorial, correct? 4 factorial is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 into 5. Therefore, these two are same. Okay. Now, which implies 7 into, out of these two, which one is greater, or factorial is greater, so that it can be applied this formula. For this one, you have to apply this formula. So this can be written as, which is inside the factorial, or write or first, inside the factorial reduce 1, or becomes r minus 1 according to this formula, that is equal to here r minus 1 as it is. Now between these two, which one is greater? This is n minus r only, this is n minus r plus 1, this is greater. So write this one as it is. So this can be written as, inside the factorial we have n minus r plus 1, right, as it is. Then reduce 1 here. If you reduce 1, the plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, be getting n minus r only. Okay, once again I tell you, n minus r plus 1 as it is. From this you have to reduce 1, plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, be getting n minus r. I have written directly. Now r minus 1 factorial, r minus 1 factorial get cancelled, n minus r factorial, n minus r factorial get cancelled. So we will be getting 7 into r 7r, that is equal to n minus r plus 1. Now 7r, this plus n comes left hand side minus n, minus r comes left hand side plus r. I am retaining the constant 1 in the right hand side. So 7r plus r, that is equal to 8r minus n, that is equal to 1. Let it be equation number 1. Now here we have taken first and the second only. Like that, I am going to take second and third now. That is NCR by NCR plus 1, that is equal to 7 by 42. Now consider NCR by NCR plus 1, that is equal to 7 by 42. Okay. Here you can cancel by 7 table. This is 1 time, 6 times. Cross multiply 6 into NCR, that is equal to 1 into anything same thing, so NCR plus 1. 6 into NCR formula, factorial n divided by factorial r into factorial n minus r. So prefix divided by suffix factorial into prefix minus suffix factorial. Same thing to be followed here. This is prefix, this one is suffix. So factorial prefix, that is n, divided by factorial r plus 1, that is suffix, into prefix minus suffix, that is n minus of r plus 1. Now we have to simplify. Before that, we can cancel that factorial n. So 1 here, here also 1. Again cross multiply. We'll be getting 6 into factorial r plus 1 into n minus r minus 1, minus into r minus into 1 minus 1, that is equal to cross multiply factorial r into factorial n minus r. Now r and r plus 1, which one is greater? Obviously r plus 1 factorial is greater, so this itself can be written as, which is inside the factorial r plus 1, write as it is. Inside the factorial you have to write 1 has to be reduced. If you reduce 1, you will be getting only r. Now that is equal to, write this r factorial as it is. Here n minus r minus 1 factorial, this is n minus r. Which one is greater? This is obviously greater, because here n minus r, here n minus r minus 1. So this is greater. The smaller one has to be written as it is without changing. So how to change this one? N minus r is inside the factorial, write first, into 1 has to be reduced here. If you reduce 1, it will be n minus r minus 1. That should be written inside the factorial. Now we can cancel r factorial and r factorial, n minus r minus 1 factorial and n minus r minus 1 factorial. That is equal to 6 into r plus 1, that is equal to n minus r. 6 into r, 6r, 6 1s are 6, that is equal to n minus r. 6r plus n comes left hand side minus n, minus r comes left hand side plus r, that is equal to plus 6 comes right hand side minus 6. 6r plus r, that is equal to 7r minus n, that is equal to minus 6, that is equation number 2. Now I am going to solve 1 and 2 by elimination method. Solving 1 and 2. Equation 1, we have 8r minus n, here 7r minus n. So equation 1 and 2 write as it is. Equation 1, 8r minus n, that is equal to 1. Equation 2, that is 7r minus n, that is equal to minus 6. Now for cancelling minus n, here minus n, it should be plus n, so that you have to change the sign. That means plus 7r becomes minus 7r, minus become plus and minus become plus. Now minus n plus n get cancelled. 8r minus 7r, that is equal to r. Here 6 plus 1, that is plus 6 plus 1, that is equal to 7. I got the value of r. But you are asked to find out the value of n. Now substitute the value of r in equation number 1 or 2. I consider equation number 2. Therefore equation number 2 implies 7r, 7 into r value is 7, minus n, that is equal to minus 6. 7 7s are 49, minus n, that is equal to minus 6. 49 minus n, that is equal to minus 6. So minus n, that is equal to minus 6. 49 comes right hand side minus 49. Minus n, that is equal to minus 55. Both minus get cancelled. Therefore, n that is equal to 55. That's all. Problem number 14 is completed, and I'll be teaching the problem number 15 in the next video. Thank you, children.